What's going on, Jab Jab Talk Nation? It's your boy Ozil coming to you with a long-awaited video. I've been wanting to post this video, actually pre-fight last night. The big undercard, you saw it, I'm sure, boxing fans out there. Big mega fight card, of course, the main event with Crawford and Israel Madrimov. I believe I pronounced the name correctly. I apologize. So, but anyhow, life's been busy. Watched the fight. Had to record this post-fight analysis. But I want to just go ahead and preface this by saying that I watched a little bit of the Andy Ruiz-Miller fight, caught the tail end of it. I felt like Miller pulled it off. Ruiz, obviously, he said he fractured. We all got to see it. He fractured, I think it was his right hand, and wasn't able to really go full force for the fight. But from what I saw, I mean, it looks like Andy Ruiz was a bit tired. Not the Andy Ruiz we once were used to, but I think it was like a 2-year layover without fighting. So that has a lot to do with it. So anyhow, let's get to the doubleheaders. Let's talk about Pitbull Cruz versus Rayo. And what are my thoughts going into it? Actually, going into the fight, I actually had Pitbull Cruz winning that fight. I felt like his pressure is just ongoing onslaught. Pitbull is a pitbull in the ring. And I felt that he would have caught Rayo in the later rounds. So I will say this, I was wrong with that prediction. I think a lot of us were shocked. A lot of us were predicting that Pitbull Cruz was going to walk through Rayo and convincingly, but that was not the case. Rayo, which I actually like Rayo. I think I've seen him in other interviews, and I just like the way he carries himself. He's very humble. He's definitely packs a punch. He has some boxing abilities, and we got to see the boxing abilities yesterday against a full, straightforward, one-dimensional Pitbull Cruz, and I thought he won the fight. I thought he won the fight convincingly, actually. I thought there was moments in Pitbull where he was landing some pretty big shots, but Rayo, I mean, credit to his chin, which going into it, I felt like I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to take the Pitbull punching power, but he did. Took some good shots, and he was able to finish strong and outbox him. That's how you beat a fighter like Pitbull Cruz. I thought Pitbull Cruz was going to be able to do a better job of adjusting mid-rounds. I felt that he was very, very one-dimensional. I mean, not only fighting style, but no adjustments whatsoever. He tried to do a couple little tricks here and there in the late rounds, but nothing really landed. And I felt like Rayo convincingly won that fight. I think they're going to run it back. And I'm excited. I'm celebrate and proud of Rayo because, again, he's a young, hungry, gentleman. He carries himself well. He's trained under the Garcia camp, and so he has a great trainer. And I felt like he pulled it off, and I think I'm looking forward to seeing what's up for next. I think next he's going to be fighting Pitbull Cruz. I think there's a rematch clause, so he'll be fighting Pitbull Cruz in a rematch, which would be exciting to watch again. But yeah, shout out to Rayo. I think it shocked a lot of us boxing fans. We thought that Pitbull Cruz was going to walk through Rayo, especially since Rayo's chin was questionable and he's made some pretty open mistakes. Gets hit a bit, gets open when he throws his shots. But I mean, he boxed well, he moved, weathered the storm, and was able to take the bite out of Pitbull Cruz. So yeah, great fight. Curious to know what you thought about that fight. If you predicted Pitbull Cruz like I did, like many of us did, to win the fight, and we were wrong last night. So all right, Rayo, congratulations on being the new champ. He deserves it. Let's talk about Crawford and Israel Madrimov, I believe. Let's see, what can I say about this? Let's see. First off, you can definitely tell that Crawford was tested at a 154 against a bigger opponent. The punching power, when he was landing his shots, I mean, he really didn't shake Israel. You can tell that it was that weight really, he got tested. He got to see that when you're playing at the 154 pound, you can't knock out cats like you have been doing before. I think he was like an 11 knockout stoppage streak. I mean, he was knocking everybody out, he was finishing everybody off. But I think Israel was durable. This is my first time watching him. Very durable, interesting, kind of unorthodox. So he was kind of hopping in and out. Really exciting fighter. I thought he did, he made it very, very close. I also was very close to what I think Max was scoring him. I think it was very, very close up until the 12th round. I do feel like the last couple rounds, Crawford pulled it off. So I feel like Israel could have done a lot more creative and really let his hands go in the last 2 rounds to edge the fight. But it was close. It was close going into the 11th round, but I do feel Crawford finished strong, and he did edge the fight. So I did give it to Crawford. He's the new WBA, 154 champ. I would like to see him personally. I know there's a lot of talk on Canelo, okay? And so here's my take on this real quick, guys, and you let me know in the comment section. I have a feeling that Crawford really doesn't want that fight. You can tell in his interviews, even yesterday, it's a big money fight. Yes, it's a big legacy fight. It's the biggest challenge up to date. And, it's a big payday. I feel like, Turkey, His Excellency, Saudi Arabia, I feel like he's pressuring and throwing the money bag at both of them. So I think he wants to make that fight happen. It sounds good on paper, but at 168, even if you saw the way Terence Crawford was taking the punches and the fact that he couldn't put out Israel, I think going up against Canelo, even at this weight, at 168 with that punching power, because I wouldn't see Canelo doing any catch weight. I think he'll do it at 168. I just don't see Terence Crawford doing much damage to probably, one of the best chins in boxing, Canelo. He's fought the big dogs, and they couldn't rock him. So does he have the boxing abilities to make it interesting? Much like how Amir Khan did early on. Yes, I do feel like he can make it interesting. He can make it competitive, but ultimately, I think those shots to the arm that Canelo drops and just the overall body punches, I think would be too much for Crawford. But I don't think Canelo really wants it. He's been open about he really doesn't want it. And Crawford, I feel like he's not really convincingly like, yes, this is my next fight. I want this. I just think that it's a big money grab for both of them. And he even said, he's like, if the paycheck is there, I'll do it. But I don't think he's really motivated. I would like to see him up against Virgil Ortiz. I do feel like that would be a mega fight at 154. And there's a lot of competition at 154. I would like to see what he does at 154, if he can unify that before he does anything crazy like go up to 168 with Canelo. So I'm curious to know your thoughts on it. He looked good. He didn't look like the Crawford of what we're used to seeing, but in his defense, he was moving up to 154. So we will see what happens moving forward with Crawford. But all in all, it was a good night of fight, boxing. That halftime show with Eminem, damn, it was fire. Fire was dope. I really enjoyed it. That was really, really entertaining. I gotta say, I can't pronounce it. The Saudi Arabian, I can't even think. My brain is gone, guys. They know how to put on a boxing event. That's not just a boxing fight, that it is an event. It's a spectacle. So I love the fact that they're bringing that to the world of boxing. So well deserved, y'all. All right, y'all, let me know in the comment section down below. Comment, hit subscribe if you like more boxing content. I will be posting content when I can. I've been super, super busy, y'all. Real talk, it's been really, really busy. So whenever I can pick up the camera and shoot, I will be here. So, if you like the content, if you're liking the vibe, definitely stick around and join this Jab Jab Talk community. All right, y'all. As always, of course, if you're a loyal fan, still subscribing to this channel, I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Gotta go. Peace.